Hey, hey, hey.
Hello guys, how are you? Good to see you all. It is Friday, we made it. Apologies, we were a bit late. Good to see you all. How have you been? How's your week been? Joe, it's gone really quick this week actually. It only feels like yesterday I was saying we'll see you on Friday.
Yeah, it's been crazy quick. Also, the trains have been a little bit messed up. And
oh yeah, you said yours was cancelled today.
yeah, well, there was like some cancellations. There was even cancellations this morning, which was annoying. And I wonder if maybe the relevant drivers maybe haven't. So that's what made the oh no, there were signaling problems. I don't know what it was this morning, why there was cancellations. But
there you go. Jensen, hello, how you doing? Dwayne, I haven't seen you for ages.
It's been a minute. Hey, how are you?
How you doing, Dwayne? How are things?
Hi, Jensen. Hi, Dwayne.
How are you both doing? You guys good? What have you been up to, Dwayne? What have you been up to, Jensen? Not Jensen, not long before you now go back to school. It's gone real quick. It's gone really, really fast. Dwayne, are you still watching your airplane lives? Well, I say airplane lives. You're obviously the motorway takeoffs.
What's been both of your highlights this summer? Like, what's been your? Do you know what? This was really good. This was the highlight. Just out of interest to see like what you both were your highlights actually, or anyone else who comes on. What were your highlights?
Let us know now. Oh, Jensen said, Kelly, the yesterday were getting cancelled between Reading and Paddington. What, the trains? So, well, funny enough, when I go and see my parents, I do take that line between Paddington and Reading. Was that getting cancelled a lot? Were you on the train then during that time? Dwayne said, good, started college on Monday and having carvery. My highlight was going for a carvery.
Yeah, do you know what? That'd be my highlight as well, I have to say. Hey, St. Cart, how are you?
How are you doing? So, Dwayne, are you looking forward to college? What are you going to study when you get to college?
Well, you're already there, right? Or
No, starting college on Monday. What are you going to celebrate? Also, as well, what did you have in the carvery? We have only done carvery a couple of times this summer. You realise that, and both were mainly breakfast.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of the first breakfast that we did, but no, I can't think of the first one. I can think of the last one. But yeah, it feels like we haven't been to a carvery lunch or dinner for a while. Actually.
No, we haven't. So we have been trying the breakfast, and don't get me wrong, I really like that breakfast. It is very, very filling. We didn't film the last one only because it wasn't that long ago before we did the one before that.
But do you know what? We have ordered Toby carvery in the house.
Not for ages.
No, yeah, we have breakfast and we've had lunch.
When was that? That was months ago.
No, wasn't that long ago.
I can't remember.
I'll have to go online and check and take a look. But yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
Right. I tell you what, the first one you ordered was when I just had my first tooth done. So that would have been July. Because you did order it then, because I couldn't eat anything and you ordered breakfast. That would have been in July.
Yeah. Well, that's not that long ago.
No, that's true. Yeah, that's true. I try and display.
Yeah, it's not that long ago. It's like months ago. And I was like, no, July.
It feels like months.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Where are we? Where? Jensen said it's been a bit stormy here. Now I think it's coming your way now. Well, funny enough, I was working from home today. It was pouring down.
Yeah.
Pouring down this morning. It was absolutely bucketing down. So has it been raining where you are? And it's been on and off rain today and yesterday. So it was pretty much on here. It was pretty rainy where we are.
Yeah.
Was it rainy where you were? St. Cott said, good, thanks, but tired. Had the Gatwick pickup this morning. Oh, did you pick the friends up from Portugal? Oh my God, you had to be there for 7:30.
Do you know what? It would make me depressed. Not to pick up the friends, but to go to the airport and not going anywhere.
Oh my God, St. Cott, no wonder you're tired. Because I think you said it took you 2 hours, 2.5 hours to get. Now, it probably wouldn't have taken you as long because you would have had to have left, I'm guessing, about 5 o'clock in the morning where you are. So the road's going to be pretty quiet. Once you hit 7 o'clock, though, and you get into Gatwick, then it gets busy. But oh my God, you must have had to get up super early. I'm guessing you got up about 4:30 maybe. I hope you're okay. Well, like I said, you're back now. You can have a nice lie in.
Just listen to us in the background and just relax.
You're like,
what did they say again?
Dwayne said, yes, a bit nervous. I'm doing catering.
Oh, I did catering and hospitality.
Amazing.
When I went to college, I did reception, front office practice, and catering and hospitality. They ran alongside each other.
So what do you want to do, Dwayne? Do you want to become a chef, or do you want to become have your own business or catering? What is it you haven't?
Do you want to work in hotels like I did?
Let us know.
Let us know.
Dwayne said, I had gammon, carrots, peas, cauliflower, and cheese. And I've been watching you guys going for a carvery. The big pie thing looks delicious with the broccoli inside.
Oh, right. The broccoli parcel.
That's the broccoli and brie parcel, not the broccoli parcel, the broccoli and brie parcel. It is good.
Yeah, it is good. Yeah.
It can be a bit hit and miss. I don't know how they cook it. I have had it where they've left it in the oven a bit too long, so that puff pastry goes a bit dark. But if they do it perfectly, it's really, really good. Where are we? I've been on and off here today as well, and yesterday. That's with the rain. Having my chicken curry for tea whilst watching your live. Good to see it.
Nice.
Hey, talking of curries, Liam, how you doing?
Hey, Liam, hope you're well.
Just made a curry. Liam, what curry did you make?
Is it going to be a tofu? Or is it going to be a veggie one?
I'm guessing a chickpea curry. That's what I'm guessing. Dwayne said, yeah, might become a chef or what. Kelly didn't. No, you didn't, did you?
No, I didn't. I didn't become a chef. By catering and hospitality. So basically, with the catering and hospitality, which ran alongside reception, front office practice, it was about how to work and run a hotel, if you like. So it wasn't on the catering side as in food. It was just mainly about the hospitality side. But no, I never wanted to go into the chef part. I wanted to do more the hospitality side, maybe a bit of food and beverage. But my main goal was to travel at the time. That was why I went into hotels.
There you go. But Dwayne, you can go. Honestly, it will open so many doors for you. Now, hospitality is renowned for being very, very busy, and also as well long hours.
Yeah, I know 2 people who are chefs, and yeah, it's super long hours. But you know what you're going into because it's something that you're interested in. So super long hours, but rewarding nonetheless. So
yeah. There you go. But also, I think what you'll also find is, like I said, it will lead you on to other things. So if you do become a chef, you could potentially open your own restaurant at some point in the future. So if you do, you've got to tell us. We'll come and give you a review and then try your restaurant. You never know. So God said was lucky with the traffic as it was just under 2 hours both ways.
Brilliant.
That's amazing. But I bet you had to get up super early though.
But coming away should have been a little bit good as well, because normally everyone's going to, and you were coming away. So that would be quite nice. So going to would have been quiet because obviously you're going so early, and then coming back, although you're coming back early, people normally are going to the airport, but yeah.
And Jensen's just had it. Oh, you had your haircut. Just finally had your haircut. It's now out of your eyes. There you go. You can see. Are you pleased with it? Liam said, "Good, thanks. How are you guys? We're good. Good to see you.
We are good.
Are you on the way?
Asking.
Are you on the way to the gym, or are you just coming back from the gym?" Liam said, "Got a buttery vegan chicken curry. How do you make it?" That's just one for you because you make it yourself. How do you make it buttery without the butter? Because obviously it's vegan. You can't use butter.
I would have vegan butter.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
We will see.
Because there are ways now, and it's quite funny because I was looking up something earlier, and there was an all vegan cream cake shop cafe, and I was just like, I wonder how that is going to taste. Do you know what I mean? Because in my mind I'm thinking like creamy, how they're making it creamy and all of that type of stuff. So it's really interesting when you delve in and stuff like that. So we've got one vegan person at work, and anytime when I'm catering something, in my mind, because he's the only one, and then we have other people that are gluten free, and it's just tricky to think, okay. And it's also tricky not to keep buying the same thing. So I like to buy different things to sort of keep it interesting. And so obviously I have all the others to think about, but I also have like some gluten-free, some vegans, or one vegan, somebody who can't eat shellfish and nuts and seed oils and stuff like that. So it keeps me on my toes a bit, and I'm like, right, okay. And then somebody who doesn't eat chocolate. So in my mind, I'm thinking, right, okay, I've got to get this, and it just keeps me on my toes a bit. But I like to try to make things interesting. I don't want to keep buying the same things that, do you know what I mean, gets boring. So that's quite a challenge.
So Dwayne said, oh, it sounds nice, Liam. Liam said, funny you said that. I made myself my first ever pie the other day, chickpea curry pie. Now, is this vegan as well, Liam? And I'm wondering this as well, because I bet that's incredible. But I've got to wonder how you get the pastry without the butter. Are you making it with, like, do you use oil substitute? That's if you made it as a vegan, of course. Where are we? Dwayne said, there is a carvery in Bolton. It's delicious. It's like a castle. Now, I've heard of this. I am sure Charlie, when he comes on, but Charlie went to this. I'm sure he went to it. I have heard of it in Bolton. I'm sure that's the one that Charlie reviewed.
Do you know what? I bet there's loads of carveries up north. Like down in London, it's mainly Toby. You get up some other carveries, but they're not well known. But I bet up north, I bet you get a load of carveries. I bet that's a thing.
Well, you do in the West Country. There are quite a few in the West Country. So independent chains.
Yeah, I've only known of 2. Yeah, that we've been to. I don't know anymore.
There are more. Well, pubs tend to do their own as well.
Yeah.
Where are we? Where? Liam said, right, now to make it buttery, I used a bit of vegan butter and oat milk cream. You just don't need much butter, but just a bit of the oat cream I buy is very creamy.
I wonder if coconut cream as well would work.
Oh, Liam, you're on your own. Mum's away for 13 days. I got a big house to myself. Lonely time.
Has she gone on a cruise?
Do you know what? I was just thinking that. Has your mum gone on a cruise?
Listen, your mum travels in style. That's all I can say. I want to live that lifestyle too, where I'm just traveling, just doing my own thing. Yes, queen. Yes.
What was I going to say? But what have you got planned to be on your own? The thing is, don't see it as lonely times. You've got your Xbox. I doubt you're going to throw a party. But this is a really good excuse for you now to start, actual fact, experimenting with your cooking.
I bet you're thinking it's a fantastic time on your own. I'm on my own. I'm thinking, yes, what am I going to do? I'm going to pamper myself. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Read some nice books. Watch some TV shows. Maybe clear my mind a little bit. Yes. On your own.
I would get some serious gaming in. I will get some serious gaming in.
Mark wouldn't know what day it was.
Liam, if I lived near you, and you didn't mind me coming over, of course, I would definitely be round there doing PlayStation battles with you. 100%. Where are we? Jensen said, I will not be here on Sunday as I will be at Nana and Grandad's house for roast beef. So I will watch it and give it a comment. So as well, I will be here on Tuesday. Well, funny enough, I'm glad you said that, because now that we are got the Bustronome uploaded for Sunday, but Kelly and I have got plans to be out. So we will try and comment if we can. But there might be a thing that we won't be able to make it back in time. So if we're not on, accept our apologies, guys. We do apologize. But we will do our best to be on. Liam said, I bought the pastry in a packet, but had to roll it out. It's tasting amazing. Is it vegan? Is it vegan pastry? Did you get? Right. Dwayne said we should go to the Bolton one. Is it good? It's not just the fact that it's a castle. Is the food good as well? We do want to branch out, because what Kelly and I tend to do is we tend to go to the same carveries, only because they're not too far from us. But we should try and branch out. One of the things we haven't done, and we did say we would do, is we wanted to try a few more cheap eats. So Harvester was one. We did film one, and the filming didn't come out very well. So unfortunately, we had to ditch that one. And I do want to see if we can do is it a beef eater, which I've not done for years.
Somebody was talking about a beef eater. Oh yeah, that guy that you watch, he went to a beef eater. Yeah,
there's plenty of people that do the beef eater, but I've not one for years. So I do want to try that one. I want to see if it's as good as it was. I can hardly remember it now. It's been years and years since I went to a beef eater.
I only went to a beef eater once.
There's all ones. I really want to do an old stock one. Like we haven't done Wimpy for decades. I'd love to do a Wimpy if there's still one around. Where are we?
Wimpy and a Wendy's.
Yeah, and a Wendy's.
I'd like to do a Wendy's.
Liam said yes. We've done that one. The coconut milk. Oh, she's gone to Turkey with some family. I don't think she will do another cruise. Oh, did she not like the cruise?
No.
Did she not like it? It's not to everybody's taste. I know.
No, my mum loves a cruise.
Yeah, Liam's going in the PlayStation. Liam. You enjoy. You enjoy. Take full advantage. You enjoy. Liam, how about going for a run? Well, that is up Liam Street, said Jensen.
Yeah, Liam's always like doing something like fitness-wise. He's quite on it.
Jensen said he'd even bring his dogs, Liam, if you want to walk them at the same time. Liam said, yeah, I will train for the Great South Run starting next month. See if I can beat my time from last year. Oh, wow. You did an hour and a half. That's 16 kilometers, no stopping. That is impressive. That is highly impressive. So put it in context. I think I did in half an hour about 24K. No, sorry, about 24K. What am I talking about? Just over 5K. So for you to do 16 is highly, highly impressive.
Crazy.
That is highly impressive. No, it's less than 5K. I think I did about 4 point something. So that is really impressive that you can do it that quick. That's a lot better than I could do it. Right. Well, yeah, absolutely well done, Liam. Now, I've got these. We haven't got much today, I'm afraid. We were umming and ahhing what to get, and I think time just got the better of us. The trouble is, when we order food, it takes so long to get here. By the time we start the live, it's going to be about halfway through before it arrives. So we've got Viennese whirls. I want to try these. Now, these have got chocolate. They're chocolate on the side, chocolate on the base. Right. Do you want one?
I'll have half one. I'm not really a lover of short.
Right. Now, if you look at this, chocolate on the same, but it's got a chocolate on the base.
It looks nice, the chocolate.
Chocolate bottom. Go on then. Of course, Kelly gets the chocolate end. Right, here we go.
And you offered me.
That's good.
It's nice, but do you know what it is? It's a little bit soft for my liking.
It's very soft, actually. Right. So these are an extremely soft biscuit. That is very, very soft. Normally, you have shortbread with a bit of snap. I think it's the moisture of the chocolate. I think that's what's done it.
I just think that's how that specific shortcake is made, because it's Viennese.
Yeah.
And Viennese are always softer than like a shortbread, because I don't know if it's because of the way it's made, but it's a lot more delicate. Like when you get Viennese whirls and stuff like that, and these are Viennese. So even though they're sort of on the shortbread strand, it's a lot more softer. It's a lot more delicate.
That is a tasty biscuit. So what would you give that a 10?
I'd give it a 7.
I'm giving that an 8. I think that's really, really good. Right, so that's the Viennese. It's all butter as well. All butter chocolate dip fingers. So, Kat, if you're still there, I think you'd like these. Very nice, very soft. They're not that big either.
No, they're just like the right size. Like if you wanted 1 or 2, that would satisfy you. If you had like a craving for something, that is the right size. I feel like with me and Viennese, like with me and shortbread in general, I'm not a lover of it. I like and people think I'm crazy because there's so many people that love shortbread biscuit. And when I was growing up, like some people would actually put butter on them and then eat them with butter and stuff like that. But I've never really been. I like more biscuits with a snap rather than. I don't mind if it's got if the edge is crispy and then the inside is like a little bit gooey, a little bit chewy. I like that, like for cookies and stuff. But I'm generally a snap girl. I like a biscuit.
Talk to me about your biscuits and your cookies. Do you prefer them harder or do you prefer them softer? I've got to say, I'm much more of a cookie fan. I prefer that like lovely, softy, gooey bit. I don't like hard biscuits that snap. I just think I know they're designed to go with tea and you dunk them in and blah, blah, blah. But I much prefer these. These are like these ones, particularly the Viennese ones, are a lot softer.
I like the ones. What did we have? The ones from Harrod, the blondies. I really liked. That I mean, was so nice.
That blondie's about 10 quid.
Yeah.
So you've just got.
It was £6 something. You said it on the line.
I can't remember. I can't.
Video.
I've got some Percy Pigs, the fizzy tails. I'm gonna have one of these. This is what. Right, Liam said, have you tried the new coated nuts? The What's It ones are amazing, but Doritos ones are rubbish.
I have seen some coated nuts. No, thank you. In M&S. I do like the coated nuts in general. And I also like Thai chili crackers. I feel like Thai chili crackers are really good. Coated nuts are really good. But I haven't tried any lately. No, I haven't tried anything lately.
Okay. Now, what they like, are they any good? So it's new coated. They're actually nuts. But so what's it do nuts? Is that right?
I don't know. But coated nuts are a thing. They normally got a crispy shell.
I've got a bag of Walker's smoky bacon nuts to try next. There you go. Liam said, I don't like hard biscuits much. Right, there we go.
Yeah.
I'm the same as well. I much prefer that softer cookie.
Yeah, I like a ginger nut biscuit, or I like the M&S cookies. They do a white chocolate and Sicilian lemon, which is really nice. They used to do a pineapple, white chocolate and coconut one. That was really nice as well. They haven't done that in ages. Their normal chocolate chip one is quite good as well. I remember somebody bought it for me once, and I'm like, oh God, I'm not like a chocolate chip person or anything like that. And I was just like, oh. Anyway, I don't know why, but I opened it and I had one, and it was so good. I was so shocked because I'm not really a Maryland or anything like that. Like I don't like chocolate chip biscuits really. But she just happened to buy these biscuits. But when I tried them, they were the best cookies, chocolate chip cookies that I've ever had. They were really, really good. I haven't. I love the creme cookie ones. They're really good. But if I just want to have like a plain chocolate chip cookie, or not plain, but like a milk chocolate chip cookie, I know I can just go to M&S and pick one up. But their white chocolate and Sicilian lemon's really nice.
So these are really sour, right? I really like them, but when you have several of them, it's like having a spoonfuls of sweet vinegar. They're so sour.
Yeah, that I just would not. No, that's not a thing for me.
Liam, I agree. So guys, let us know. Are you a hard cookie or a soft cookie? What do you prefer, a hard biscuit or a soft biscuit?
And let us know what the highlight of your summer was.
Do you prefer that snap when you crunch, or do you want that lovely, sticky, gooey break when it goes? Let us know.
Let us know. Did you go on holiday? Did you go to the seaside? Let us know.
Right.
Or was it food? Was food your highlight?
Johnson said, I'm getting my new bed on Tuesday morning, hopefully. Oh, a new bed.
Nice.
And so, sorry, I shouldn't have taken that.
No, you shouldn't have.
Carry on talking.
I was talking, and then you're feeling that I'm interrupting you, and then you're talking, and then you're stopping, and then you're talking over me. So, what was my highlight of the summertime? Don't put another one in your mouth.
No, you're just about to tell about the highlight. I can finish this. You'll be ages. Go on. What was your highlight of the summer?
Well, summer isn't over yet. But where did we drive to the other day? Oh yeah, we went to Rochester. I quite liked that, and I quite liked that it was, because I didn't know it was going to be a summery day and all of this. And when we got down there, it was quite a nice summery day. But I like to sit down and people watch and enjoy the ambience and stuff like that. But Mark's very much wants to rush around and walk up and down stuff. And I think I'm going to find the happy medium. The next time we go on a day out, I'm going to find someone, I'm going to have a book. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to read, and Mark can run up and down and do whatever he's doing. And I'm going to just sit down and take it in and enjoy the atmosphere. But I felt like, yeah, in Rochester, it was really nice. And they had like a pin trading day as well. In one of the shops that had opened up down there.
Oh yeah, Ready Steady Comics or Ready Comics, something like that.
Yeah, and now they've got 2 branches, so they must be really popular to have a second branch in the same street, practically across the road from each other almost. So they must be really popular.
What type of bed are you getting, Jensen? Is it a double bed, single bed, bunk bed? What are you going to get? Sincott said, I do like a Viennese biscuit. Right. If you trust me, Sincott, I think you'll like these. Unless you don't like soft biscuits. These are very soft, but they are Moorish.
They're delicate.
Very nice. With a tea, biscuits. Fantastic. Jensen said, I'm going back to school on Wednesday, coming to the first term back, and will not be going. So I will not be going to trip with the school because we have to recap everything we did in the past. So I'll say, when you get back then, when you say recap everything you did in the past, do you mean you've got to say what you did over the summer? Is that right? That they always they tend to do that, don't they? When you get back, say, what did you do on holiday?
Yeah. What did you do?
I always used to think, well, write something. Oh God, this is going to be difficult. And what did I do besides watch TV? There was nothing to do. Jensen said, "Stop moaning, Kelly. You tell her, Jensen.
Yeah.
You tell her, Jensen. You're welcome to my world." Or there will be problems if you don't stop moaning. You will get 12 minutes time out.
12 minutes time out. Listen, I'd love 12 minutes time out. Let me just be quiet.
They are for 12 minutes. But no, so what did you get up to on this summer? Do you know what you're going to say when you go back as well? It's always that, I always found that difficult when I went back to school. Did you ever have to do that? You'd have to write a story about what you did over the summer.
I can't quite remember if I had to do something about what I did over the summer. I think there was one time that we had to do it, but I can't remember what I had done. I think I'd like, for me over the summer, I didn't do much because my parents never took me out or anything like that. But I would spend the summer with my grandparents, which is where I loved to spend my summers. And they lived in a flat, so they didn't have a garden or anything. They lived in a flat. And then on Sundays, I would go to the local shop, and because that was the only thing that was open. There was nothing open on. This was in the times when nothing was open on a Sunday. There was nothing to do. There was nothing on TV. And then I would go and get two like comic. It never occurred to me to buy comics or anything and not read them and save them for Sundays. It never occurred to me to do that. So I'd go and I'd get, there was this like magazine called Oink.
I remember Oink.
Yeah, and I'd get that and something else, and then I would go back to, you know, the flat and read that, really. But that was pretty much all I did. All the kids stuff that you wanted to watch was always on a Saturday. So you'd watch all of the programs in the morning, and then early on Sunday mornings, like really early, like 6 o'clock or 6:30, there'd be, I'd say to my gran to wake me up so I could go and watch these programs. And she goes, "I'm not waking you up," because like to get up at 6 or 6:30 was crazy. So, but yeah, that's what I did because I'd want to watch TV.
Now, what you haven't spotted here, I'm going to show people this. This is Kelly's favourite chocolate bar, which she's got here.
It's not my favourite.
I thought it was.
No. It's one of my favourites. It's not my, it's not the...
It's your favourite Cadbury's?
Yeah, it's my favourite Cadbury's.
There you go.
Sure.
All right, I shall reword your favourite Cadbury. Now, this is Marvellous Creations. If you guys have probably seen this in the shops. If you look, it does have popping candy in it, and it also has little gummies in it. So, is this vegetarian friendly? I always do wonder that, because I wonder if the gummies have got, what do you call it?
Let's just say, yeah, it's got gelatin in it.
No. I need to check this, because just in case Liam wants it. And also just so I can have a bite.
You've just been eating all the Viennese rolls. You don't need to eat my chocolate as well.
But anyway, that's Kelly's favourite chocolate, just so you know. That if you wonder what Kelly's delving into right there.
Yeah, it's Cadbury.
Oh, a small double bed with a headboard. Oh, nice. Lovely. You get your whole double bed to yourself.
Just spread out. Yeah.
So, just a quick one, guys, just before we move on to our next subject, wherever that might be. As you know, we have the Bustronome video. Now, the Bustronome video will be coming up on Sunday. I tried to work really quickly to get that one out because it was, oh God, there was so much footage we had. So as we, just in case for anybody that doesn't know, so the Bustronome is a bus that goes round central London. Bustronome is the name of the company. What happens is you go on board the bus, you sit at the top deck, and you're served 4 courses if you do the lunch, which is what we did. As you drive around London, so you get to see all those central London sites. Now, I had so much footage. I was filming all the sites where we're going to, so I had to really condense it into a half-hour little movie for us. So that will be our video coming up on Sunday. Now, the Sunday one, like I said, I really do hope you guys enjoy it. Even if you don't like the food, you've got all those beautiful views of London. You'll be able to see where the bus goes. And we tried to review it as best we possibly could. Do excuse us for a little bit because my camera work was very shaky. When you're on board, when we're in a restaurant, it's fine. I can do it because you're stationary. But of course, when you're on board a bus and it's doing this and it's going around corners and stuff like that, it's so difficult to get the camera still. So I do hope it doesn't affect your enjoyment of it. It's not that wobbly, And luckily, there was a lot of traffic that day. I say luckily, so I could actually film it when the vehicle was stationary. But do check that out. We get to see quite a few sites, didn't we?
Yeah. I think when the bus was going, it was like...
Yeah, the stop, start, stop, start. That's one of the benefits of London traffic, though. It was a lot stop, start. So it meant that we actually got to see various parts. So we go through, I'm just trying to go from memory. So we went past Blackfriars, eventually over Tower Bridge, which is a great sight when you go over that. And then, of course, then we go through Cannon Street, through the city, then right round to Westminster, Big Ben, then round Trafalgar Square, and then heading back. We actually went past 10 Downing Street, and then head back then to Temple, which is just in between Temple and Embankment, where it all began. So you get to see all of that. From Benson's for Beds. That's where he's getting his beds from. Right, Sincott said, were you going to the Ivy soon?
We've been to the Ivy, Sincott. We've been.
We took your advice. So we actually, as you know, Sincott. So funny enough, the Ivy only do afternoon tea in various establishments. Now, there's one not a million miles away from us, and we thought we would do it there, but they don't do the afternoon tea. So what we had to then do is go to the one in Victoria, which is a brasserie, which did do the afternoon tea. Now, if anybody is at all interested, the Ivy also do a special where they just do scones and tea, which is where our local one does it. I say our local one is away, but that's where we did our breakfast one as well. But they only did the scones and the jam and the tea. If you want the full afternoon tea, you do have to go to one of the specialists. Well, I say specialists, but one of the particular branches. They are all on their website. They will tell you which ones do the afternoon tea if you are at all interested. But we have done it, Sincott. So when was it? Was it last weekend?
Last weekend.
Yeah, it was last weekend.
Yeah.
So that will be coming up at some point too. I've got about 3 videos to film. To edit rather, one of which you don't like, so I might not put that one up. Biang biang.
Yeah.
You're not too enamored with it.
Yeah, and it was just so long ago, and because we're talking when was it, like May or June?
Well,
did it?
You might be wondering, well, why haven't you put it up? Yeah, it was about May time. The reason being is we filmed it. We were coming back from somewhere else. We just did it on a whim. The food, I'm sorry, Biang Biang, your food wasn't great. The food was not great.
Yeah, I think in that area, there are better noodle places to go. In general, there are better noodle places to go. So I don't know with that place whether it will do well, but I think there are better other noodle places to go, to be quite honest with you, and other more prominent ones as well. I mean, I went to Noodle Inn, which is like the thick hand pulled and cut noodles, but they were too big for me, but they are really nice, and it's worth going to try them if you like the big noodles and you like them. I think Noodle Inn is a place you do have to queue. We queued for about, I would say maybe about 20 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, somewhere around that sort of time. We went to the one that's just off of Charing Cross Road.
Yeah.
And no, you didn't.
No. Oh no, I thought you were talking about Biang Biang.
This Noodle Inn I'm talking about. And it was good. I had the beef tip, and it just fell off the bone. It was so good. And then they did this wasabi prawns, and that was really good as well. But Biang Biang, I mean, I would go to Noodle Inn. Don't bother going Biang Biang.
Now, part of me does want to put the Biang Biang one up because I don't always. Not that I just want to put positive, just nothing but positive reviews up there. But I think we need to be honest. So we always want to be honest in the food channel. We're always conscious that when we pay for food and then eat it, we want to be able to tell you, I think you should spend your money on this as well.
It's not that I don't want to put it up for that reason. I just don't want to put it because this was so long ago.
So what?
No, okay, well, we didn't do an outro, and then we've got to do a final thoughts and all of these, and I'm just like, but that was back in June, and I'm doing a final thoughts now. Doesn't make sense.
I'm still as good looking then as I was now, so we haven't aged that much. I can understand it was like 4 years ago when I was a lot less grey, but it wasn't that long ago.
It was June, May. even.
That's only a few months ago. Well, guys, we will leave it up to you. Do you want to see the Biang Biang one? Shall we put that one up? Or would you rather we moved on and do something else? Like I said, we weren't that enamored with it.
Yeah.
If we do put it up, you will then see why we weren't that enamored with it.
Not that I don't want to put it up for that reason. It's just that we haven't done an outro for it, and it was back in wherever. And I think in my mind, we should do the outro there and then, and not wait or whatever. I think we just need to find a spot, do the outro, and boom.
Oh, do you know what? That's happened to us several times actually. So of course, it's particularly when we go to Florida. So Kelly and I, when we get to the parks and we eat there might be there was several occasions actually where we leave it and then we go off and do something else. You forget to do. You all have all good intentions, as you know. We tend to do what we call our final thought. So we just have it's kind of like a review. There's two reasons we do that. One, because when we don't tend to do it in the restaurant because you've got people around. I'm always conscious that when we film, not a lot, but some people really don't like it. They really don't like it. So there was a time that Kelly and I went to the Ivy, and that was when we had the breakfast. And the woman next to you really didn't like us filming. Now we never ever film people next to us.
Yeah.
We never do. I'm very, very careful. Now, occasionally you will get people in the background. There's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, if people don't mind, and the thing is, and I feel like in the UK still, although there are lots of vloggers around and stuff like that, it's still a kind of thing. Even though and especially in London, there's a review every 2 seconds that's happening in. But I think the difference is, I suppose, though maybe those reviewers are being invited, and so they're getting the food paid for and all of that type of stuff, or maybe whatever it is. And so when we go in and we're filming for this channel and stuff like that, we're not the biggest of vloggers and stuff like that, and we haven't been invited. So I feel you're gonna get a real review from us, and even if they were to pay or whatever, I would still give an honest review. But I feel like with Biang Biang, because we didn't do the outro there and then, it's a little bit thing. And I think when people don't want to be filmed or whatever, that is a little bit tricky in the sense. So like this woman was like, she didn't want to be filmed and all of this.
No, it's not that we weren't filming her. I think it's the fact that as we were filming, I think she was worried that her conversation would get recorded.
And I assured her that we were going to put music in the background, of which we did.
Yeah.
And I think like she was saying a lot of stuff, and in my mind, she was saying a lot of stuff about she got a ticket for this when she was driving, she got a ticket for that when she was driving, she got a ticket for this. And in my mind, I'm thinking, love, you need to stop driving. You need to stop driving. If you're getting tickets every 5 minutes, you need to stop driving. Don't drive nowhere. It's cheaper for you to take public transport. Don't instead of spending up your money on tickets. And so I think she was worried. So she and I can understand that, and I can appreciate when you're having a conversation with someone, you don't want to be filmed or your conversation to be heard and stuff like that. You just come out for breakfast and all of this. That's why Mark and I, we try to get the earliest slot and stuff like that. So we're not bothering people, and we're not, going to. So when we're on the Bustronome, everybody gets on at the same time and all of this. I was glad that we were at the back, and then Mark was filming. But we were also very conscious because people have paid money, to come and enjoy whatever it is that they've come to enjoy. Now, you get people that are really interested and they want to know about your channel and all of this. We also get people when we go to places and they're like the wait staff, that I think they're wondering if we're going to ask for a free meal or whatever. So you get a couple, oh, have you got a channel? Can you show it to me? And blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yes, we can show it to you. It's here and blah, blah, blah. But I think some people want to make sure, and sometimes you have wait staff just hovering around to see what you're going to say about the establishment and stuff like that. But like I say, I am very honest, and if your food is good, you've got nothing to worry about.
And right? Services, but like I said, we never ever ask for free stuff.
Yeah,
I don't like the idea of that. I just don't think to myself, So, I just don't like the idea. I'd pay for every single one.
Yeah.
We've never been offered a free one anyway. We're not that big. So.
Yeah. If ever that sort of thing were to happen, I would rather be not say sponsored per se, but I would like to do it in conjunction with something that I'm really interested in, that I really have a passion for, and do something like that rather than doing something, well, we'll give you this for free if you do this or whatever. I don't know if that happens because we're not that big a channel to do that sort of thing. But I would definitely want to do something that I have a passion for. Yeah.
Karina, hello.
Hi, Karina. How are you?
Good evening. Well. I hope you had a fantastic week. We did. How did you? How has it been? I know it's morning for you. Have you just taken little Jackson out on a little walk? What was I going to say to you actually? Right now, Karina. No pressure. No pressure. But you left us on tenterhooks.
Oh yes.
On Tuesday because you told us you set the alarms off at the Louvre, and then you left us hanging.
Yeah.
You just left us hanging. That's like just saying as well. Guess who I saw? I went out drinking with like this famous person, that famous person, this famous person, and then you just leave.
Yeah.
I go, no. Oh, bless you, Jason. Nice smile, nice smile, Kelly.
Aww.
Bless you. Well, we hope you make us smile.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
You make us smile. I thought you were sponsored by Bailey's.
Right?
Do you know what? I've told you this story many times, but I'll bore you guys again. I cannot work from home in this room because that's the backdrop. And I did it once and I forgot to put the blur screen off. And they go, are they all yours? I thought, oh no, I look like a complete alcoholic. So I can't work in this room. That would be, I'll tell you something, that would be Kelly's dream if he was sponsored by Bailey's. We should be, the amount you bought.
They're only for display. I haven't drunk any of them.
That's mad. I bet people think you're weird.
I know. They're all full bottles, by the way.
Oh no, don't apologize. We were only messing around. I'm so sorry about that. My brother called at the same time after I posted that. Not at all.
No.
Well, first of all, I was a bit worried that it was something you didn't want to share, and I thought, oh, maybe I pushed it a bit. So I do apologize. But then again, afterwards, I thought to myself, I did probably think that you got tied up doing something. One of the reasons we do the live for as long as we do is because we know you guys can then flit in and out. Because we get some people that come in early and then leave, or they get some people coming a bit later and stay. So it is like I say,
it's flexible. It's there's people who just sit in the background, or there's people that just listen to us as a podcast. And it's fine.
Oh no, Karina says, so I did set the alarm off at the Louvre. I was looking at the details of a particular painting and crossed the invisible alarm. Easy to do,
especially if it's an invisible one.
I remember, I'll never forget it. I forget the actual place we went to. I was only a kid at the time. We had a school trip at a museum, and one of the guys that I went to school with said, "Oh, this is alarmed." I went, "No, it's not." And they went, "Yes, it is. Look." And he put his arm over this barrier and was whizzing it around like this. The next thing was beep, 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 beep. And it was just all these alarms went off. And we were laughing.
Could you imagine?
We were laughing as well. So, oh yeah, maybe he's right. Maybe it is alarm. But it's little things like that you don't know. Of course, when you're really into the painting, you do want to look up close.
Also, somebody sent us something.
Oh, somebody sent us something.
Not sent us something, but somebody, and I didn't reply. It was a traveling Aussies.
Okay. You're really bad at this.
I know.
Traveling Aussies, if you're watching, Kelly is supposed to respond.
Hold on a second, but I do respond, but I sometimes I can be slow, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm really tired.
I'm going to make Kelly respond because I responded to the last one. Now you have to respond to this one.
You didn't respond to the traveling Aussies. I've always replied.
Jensen, you're absolutely right. I tell you something. St. Cot is very, very, very quick-witted. Very quick-witted.
Yes. Also, Kirsty said something. So this is going back on our last live when we were talking about trick-or-treating. And Kirsty said, you need to put a lit pumpkin at the end of the drive or near the front door, which is normally what we do. We don't put it at the end of the drive, but we normally put it in the porch. And then that lets them know if we're taking part or not. But one year I did do stickers on the window, but we haven't done that for a little while. Like put the gel things on the window.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, we haven't done that for a little while.
No, I was going to say actually, it's thing. So, actual fact, if you do watch this on catch up, Sam and Kirsty, after our little talk, look, I got my Universal. This is what I got from Universal Monsters. Look, there's all the Universal Monsters there. You got the Mummy, Dracula, Bride of Frankenstein, the Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Okay, so Traveling Aussie,
whatever that is. Go on, sorry.
Traveling Aussie says, congratulations on 15 years. We looked up at the Bustronome and it looks amazing and sounded like you had an amazing time. Good for you. We did have an amazing time.
You did.
That was awesome when you read out our comment. And Mark, if we'd have known you both, we would have invited you and you would have loved it. Thank you for answering our universal question. There we go. Now, guys, if you ever want us to read a question, just pop it. You can on any of the lives. And if you want us to answer you on the lives, we can.
Karina said, I have also dripped blood on the Vatican steps. Oh my God, what did you do? Is this part of some like, I'm assuming this is not part of some ritual. So I am sure I'm now going to heaven, right? Yeah, well, exactly. Pure blood.
My word.
It's funny, actually. I've not been to the Vatican for years. I remember going to Rome, going into the Vatican. And there must have been about 5 or 6 masses going on at the same time. So, because it's so huge, you forget how big it is.
I've never been.
You've never been?
I've never been to Rome.
You're Catholic and you've never been to the Vatican?
Never been to the Vatican.
Wow. So,
I think that's probably the same for a lot of Catholics.
Well, inside, as Karina, you'll know, if you go into the Vatican as well, they've got on the floor markings to show how big the Vatican is of the building sizes. So like they've got Westminster Abbey in there and a few others as well. That's how big the Vatican is.
Wow.
I would love to be able to go into the Vatican archives, the ones that are completely banned from and just have a look there. I'm sure they've got something really,
I'm sure more than one thing.
This is the crucifixion of Christ, or this is this, or this is that. They'll have all, I wonder what that was as a label, I think. Some like vat of somebody's famous saint's hair or something. There must be all kinds of things.
There's going to be all kinds of things. And I just think in the world, information is kept that we just don't know. That will blow our mind.
The Vatican would definitely hold that. I would say that. I'm thinking like, was it the Da Vinci Code type thing? So what happened to you? I'm assuming you cut yourself accidentally. This is some sort of like ritual that you had done. That you had done that on the Vatican. You didn't slip up on the steps or something. Funny you should say that, actually. I was looking in the paper. So a British tourist got arrested in Rome because he jumped into the Trevi fountain. Oh no, Karina. Jensen said we're funny, by the way. Bless you, Jensen. I got my finger got caught in an umbrella and blood spurted. I ended up being escorted to the clinic by the Carabinieri. That's it, by the Carabinieri. Oh, bless you.
No.
Easy to do. Of all the places you don't want to do that.
You bled on the steps.
Yeah. It's like the scene out of Dracula when he just puts it in the cup. But you're doing your European tour soon, aren't you, Karina? Not suggesting you revisit and do that thing again, but I know you said you were going to go and do your European tour because you were saying that you were going to stop off at one of the UK airports, Gatwick or Heathrow, maybe.
Oh yeah, it was at Heathrow, and you were wondering if there's a Wags there. There is a Wags at Heathrow, and there's a Wags at Gatwick. But like I said, you said you were visiting Dallas soon because there is a Wagamama's in Dallas. So what you could do is whenever you go through the airport, have your Wags there, and then when you go to Dallas, have a Wags there or in reverse, and then you can see if it tastes the same or if it does taste different.
And just tell people you only stopped off in London just to try the Wags, then you flew off.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll just sound so funny if that's what you did. Oh, Jenny's joined us. Hello, Jenny. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
So Jenny has a question, and we will open this out to everybody. I have a question. What was your dream job when you were kids?
I wanted to be an actress, singer, dancer, all of it. I wanted to be in entertainment. And I knew from a very young age, I would have been about, I don't know, 3, possibly, maybe 4. And when people ask me, guys, I want to be on the TV. That's automatically what I wanted to do.
Just wanted the fame.
No, I actually wanted to do the work, not so much the fame. I don't think the fame is very kind.
Well, no, that is very true.
And so I don't think I would want the fame, but it was so. I always thought I wanted to do films. That's what I thought. I either wanted to do TV or film. That was what I was thinking. But much later on, I realized I actually wanted to do theatre. And theatre was the real, you go on and you can, the anticipation. My only reservation with theatre would be that you have to do the role for 6 months. And I think in my mind, I'm wondering, how can you reinvent or do what that is something that you learn as you go on. But that was always my worry. Would I be bored of the role? Would 3 months suffice, or 4 months rather than 6? No, I don't know.
So mine one, I was really into art when I was a primary school kid. So you're talking about the age of 6. So I wanted to become a famous artist at the time. And then that changed, so I wanted to become a professional footballer. Neither of which came true, but you have your dreams. So guys, out to you. What was it you wanted to do as a kid? Not now or necessarily or if you are a kid, what do you want to be when you grow up? So let us know. Put it in the comments. What was your dream job when you were young? Can you remember? Karina said, yes, I will be going to Munich, Nuremberg, Copenhagen, and for the Christmas markets. Oh, just for the Christmas markets. That's amazing.
Amazing.
If you get the chance, and you probably won't, but if you do, Kelly and I did go to Brussels for the Christmas market, which was really, really good.
Yeah.
We really did.
But it did rain a lot.
Oh, yeah, but Brussels does.
Yeah, it does rain a lot in Brussels. And I'm not for one. I can deal with the snow and stuff like that. I can't deal with getting wet. I really can't. And like today, it was raining. But the thing was, so today was bucketing down. And I had this like tiny little umbrella that I'm trying to fit under. But it wasn't cold. And so you can't put long sleeves on. You can't put your coat on because it's not cold. It was warm. But it was bucketing down. It was early this morning. And I was just like, I really don't need this. I really don't need to go to work in this rain. I really, really don't. But there you go.
Where are we? So, Jensen's got to go. Take care, Jensen.
Bye, Jensen.
He said, I'll see everybody on a Tears Day before Monday. That's a joke for you. Sunday being Tears Day. Karina said, Karina wanted to be a flight attendant to travel the world.
Yeah.
That, you see, you've got the travel bug. You always had the travel bug, even when you were younger. Sam, hello.
Hey, Sam. Hope you're well.
How are you doing? Sam, in an ode to you, look, you were talking about Universal Monsters. I've got my Universal Monsters. These are all the monsters from Universal Studios. I won't go any higher because you don't want to see my belly. But that's all of them, including the Invisible Man, which is the one in the jet block there. Now, that's interesting. Mum wanted me to act because your mother was an actress, wasn't she? But I wanted to work in advertising. Now, was that because of your dad? Because your dad obviously worked in the newspapers, didn't he, for a bit? Talking of which, we did think of you because when we did the Bustronome, which is on the Sunday video, it does go down Fleet Street. So I got a very, very quick glimpse of Fleet Street as we go down there. But I know your dad used to work in Fleet Street.
Sam, I am so surprised because, you know, when you talk about your cooking and stuff like that, you're quite alternative. I am so shocked that you would have wanted to go into marketing. I was thinking something along the farm. I don't know why. Because you talk about your horses and stuff like that. I automatically thought it would be along those types of things rather than something like marketing. So I'm quite surprised.
Well, you say that, but my uncle owned a farm. Both my cousins have no interest in it.
Yeah.
So it really depends on what you want to do.
Yeah. I think at one point, so after I thought when I thought, I'm not going to go to drama school, I thought the next thing that I wanted to do was travel and being an air steward, or working as a tour operator, or doing something along the hotel route. So that was what then I wanted to do.
Karina said, I Do cold weather much better than hot weather. Really? I can only deal with hot weather if I'm on a beach. Karina, the UK is for you. I'm telling you, you'd love the UK.
I hear you, Karina, because I'm the same. If it's like above, so for me, I think walking weather is sort of like 24, 25, maybe 20. If you're heading to the 30s, I feel that's beach weather. And that's why it's difficult for me in the parks when it gets above a certain temperature, because it's not walking weather after that. I just want to sit down. I want to have a few drinks. I want to see non-alcoholic drinks. I don't mind one alcohol drink, but you know, just sit down, have a couple of coffees, some soft drinks, and just watch the world go by, because I'm telling you, it's just too hot to walk.
Well, it sounds like an awesome t-shirt. I love the artwork for Lose to the Classic Me. So do I. When you go to Universal Studios, I think we are so behind on those videos, but you'll see that they have all the classics there with the posters. You got I can't name them all. I think that's Frankenstein, Creature from the Black Lagoon. That's Van Helsing, Bride of Frankenstein. Then we got the Mummy, the Werewolf. So where am I going from? This side, Dracula. I don't know what that one is. Mummy. You got the Werewolf, and then Werewolf again. I think that's Van Helsing. And that one, Igor, I think that one is. So there you go. Yeah, with a classic design. I love the classic designs too. Jenny said, oh, I also wanted to act. Now, did you ever pursue it, Jenny?
Yeah.
Did you ever try to attempt to do drama school? Did you go down that route? Or did you just decide, for want of a better term, to get a proper job like we did? Did you what was your ideal pursuit? How far did you go with it? And if you didn't pursue it, what stopped you?
I did Amdram on the side to sort of fulfill the creativeness. So like I went to college. So I did get into drama school, but couldn't afford it. So then went on to college, and then went to work, and then went back and did an acting course and all of that type of stuff. So I went back and forth with it until I just thought, do you know what? It wasn't in the stars. So
the reason why I say got a proper, because I did the same as well. So I was going back and forth from drama schools, and that's how Kelly and I met.
Yeah.
And then we ended up having to get boring regular jobs.
Yeah, when you get a mortgage, it's like, you know, I think acting is so precarious unless you're going to get like regular work. And I think in order to get regular work, you know, there's auditions, and then, you know, you've got to get an agent and all of this type of stuff. And it just wasn't feasible in owning a property. And my mum was really worried about me. She was just like, you know, she felt like I wasn't settled, because obviously, because when you're trying to do the acting, you're not settled, because, you know, you have to be available and stuff like that. And she was just very worried. And then once I got my place, that she was like, okay, now I don't have to worry about her. She's got her place. I don't have to worry anymore. And that's what she worried about.
Jensen said, oh, my dream job is a train driver. Yes, you did say that on Tuesday.
Jensen, you're back.
Yeah, he's back, but he's off again. But yeah, well, Sam said, I watched adverts and I thought, hey, I could write a better jingle, and it would have been so much fun and then paid well back then. It still does pay well. Actually, Sam, you would be doing that, because you are very creative. You always come up with these great ideas, so I can see it.
When you said marketing, I was thinking the other marketing.
Yeah, so was I, actually.
So I wasn't thinking about advertising. I was thinking about marketing. So yeah, I can now that you say, I can totally see you doing something like advertising rather than marketing, for sure.
Sam said, Mum said I belonged in acting school, but it was boarding school and I chickened out. I can see that. A young age, I don't think I would have wanted to be away from my parents for months on end. So I can see that.
For sure.
Karina said, adulting stinks. It certainly does, Karina. Right. Oh my God. There's that meme you have where you have like two polar bears just lying down. It says, don't make me adult today. I don't want to adult. The number of times I felt like that, I just don't want to do it today.
Sometimes I just go into work and go, I mean, I like my job and stuff like that. But, you know, just sometimes, today, I just don't want to work. Just today. I don't mind being in the office, but I just don't want to work today.
But also just having to make adult decisions. There are some days you think, I don't want to make these decisions today. I really, really, really don't. Sam said, but Kelly is right. I almost opened up a sandwich shop in 1986 with similar ideas to Subway. You see?
Yeah.
You would have, I think at that stage, you probably would have been quicker than Subway, or they had the idea earlier. And you look at that, Sam, you could have had Sam's instead of Subway. Could have been that multi-million-pound idea. Although they are struggling at the moment.
Or sandwiches.
Oh yes, sandwiches.
Sandwiches.
Brilliant idea. There you go. You can copyright that. Chose your fresh ingredients and build your own sandwiches and choices of bread, etc. You see, that would have been me. Yeah, I love that idea.
Sandwiches.
I'm just off at sandwiches. And then you'd have gone there. You'd picked your ideas. Karina said, Kelly, my mum was the same. She didn't stop worrying about me until I brought my own home.
Yeah, my mum. So, when I was growing up in a time when my mum, so my father was very much into his music, and, you know, he was in a band and all, no one famous, just he had his band and stuff like that. And he was very serious about that. He had such a passion for music and passion to, you know, to play at gigs and you know, it took over everything. That was the passion. And I think for me it was acting and stuff like that, but my mum just felt that acting was just one of those things, you're never going to get it, it's never going to happen for you, it's just one of those things. And I remember there was a careers day at school, and I had said what I wanted to do. We were in secondary school at the time, and they were like, well, yeah, well, that's not going to happen, so what else do you want to do, kind of thing. And it was just very, even though, you know, one of the GCSEs we had to do was drama and stuff, like, you had drama, you had music, and then you had a bunch of other GCSEs that were for academic use. But it was really only those two that you had that were the creative side of things, and art. So you're creative, you had art, you had music, and you had drama. Those were the three things, right? I don't think there was any other ones. So I just felt like not being supported is really tough. And I think you have to have something in you to push through. And I remember it was very important for me that my family were supportive. I think my grandparents would have supported me regardless, but, you know, they were the typical, you know, you should get a job in a bank, you should be a teacher.
Oh God, yeah.
Or something like that, you know, something
boring.
Something that was a good career to go into, which was either a teacher or working in a bank or something along those, or becoming a doctor, something like that. And, you know, I think they just thought my head was just full of dreams and stuff like that, and I wasn't going to get anywhere and all of this. And I pushed through a little bit, but I got accepted into drama school 3 times. And if anybody knows, it's really, really difficult to get into drama school, like a proper drama school. Like you have Lambda Central School of Speech and Drama. You had Webber Douglas back in that, but they went into administration, and Central took over Webber Douglas. Then you had there were key schools. You had RADA, which was the top of its game, but it was like classically theatre trained and all of this type of stuff. It wasn't the school that appealed to. I never applied, but it wasn't a school that appealed to me. Central really appealed to me, and I remember getting callbacks, and it was very important. In order, you have all of these stages that you have to go through. You have like a group thing, and then you go away, and then you have like, you do your speeches, and then you go away, and then you come back, and then they whittle you down basically. And I remember getting to this happened to me twice at Central, and Central was really, I think 3 times actually. Central was really a school that I wanted to go to. And I remember when I did it the first time, I didn't get anywhere. And then when I went back, I worked with a teacher, and he was really, really good. And I remember getting a call back one time, and then getting a call back. I didn't get through, and then went and I got another call back. This was another time, and it was the same he was the head guy, and it was the same head guy. Like, all the other teachers liked me, or the other teachers were ready to take me, and it was just this guy. Clearly I was missing something in his eyes, and he was the only one that didn't let me get through, because he had the final say. Obviously he's the head teacher, and twice. And I remember having to tell my teacher, and I was really, because obviously you don't want to upset you don't want to let your teacher down, kind of thing. And it was just one of those things. And I remember leaving him a message and bawling on the on the answer phone and all of this type of stuff. And then I applied for another school, and I remember I got into that school 3 times. And the first time I got deferred a year, even though I told them, no, I'm coming, don't like let my place go or anything like that. And then it just didn't work out the other times. But the first time I was supported by my family, and then the other 2 times I wasn't supported. And so it just really was heartbreak to know that you're that close to your dreams. And then, yeah.
Could you just bung a load of money in an envelope and just hand it to him? There we are. There is my application form.
I wish.
Jenny said, I did go to drama university, but not much since then. Got to pay the bills.
Yeah.
Now, I know that's a thing with a lot of actors as well. They end up just giving up because obviously that reality bites. But what a lot of actors are doing now is they're making their own films. Now, YouTube is a classic for that.
Yeah.
There's some really, really good quality, low-budget movies that are on YouTube. And that's something, always have a look at that. There's always people advertising for it. You would have to probably work for free if they're low budget. But that's how you get your name out there. You only have to sort of give up maybe a few weekends and evenings. Yeah. But that's potentially something you could look at. Don't give up your dream. No. Not just yet.
I think that there are some real good, talented people. And now you don't have to wait. You don't have to get that agent. If you want to put your work out there, you can put your work out there. My mum wanted me, if I couldn't go to drama school, which she didn't really want me to do acting, but she really wanted me to go to university and do acting at university. And I said, no, I want to do acting in drama school, or I'm not going to go to university. And that was really difficult for my mum. It was really, really difficult because I had the grades to go to uni and stuff like that. And I think she just felt like, yeah, that I could have gone. But yeah.
Sam said sandwiches is such a good name. It is. You should take it. Go on, trademark that. We can't use it because we're not Sam. You can use it. Sam said, we had a Shire horse called Sandwich, and when he used to pull the cart, he would, how should I say, let it off every time he pulled it. I'm assuming you mean he broke wind every time he pulled the cart. It was so funny when you're 7 years old. I find that funny now. I would not lie to you. I would find that funny now. My uncle used to have a farm dog, and she would do exactly that. Whenever you got near her, she would do that a lot. So I can see that being, especially for a 7-year-old, that's a fantastic 7-year-old
hilarious joke. Yeah.
That's an amazing 7-year-old joke. Right, so like I said, we talked about the bustronome and stuff like that. We do have a few other videos coming up, but Kelly and I do need to pull our finger out because we do need to start building our backlog. We always like to have a few videos in the pipeline just in case, because inevitably we tend to only film at the weekend. So when if there's a weekend we have to do something else or what have you, it's always good to have one under there. So we need to start doing some more ones as well. We do have our eye on a few other bits and bobs. Probably another afternoon tea to complete the series before the end of the year. I would like to do a Christmas one, actually. Karina said, bills stink, Jenny. My goal is not to have many bills at all. That would be ideal. That would be ideal.
If only I didn't like traveling.
Do you know what? There was a documentary in the UK showing that people that had retired at 40, and it's doable, but you have to live incredibly frugally.
Any young person that I come across, so any young'uns out there, as soon as you start working, please pay into a pension. Pay into, and any young person that comes to me and they want to talk about things, I'm like, that's the first advice that I give them, right? Because nobody gave me that advice. And I started working very early. And in my mind, I just thought, if only I had been paying into my pension, I would not be working now. I would not be working now if only I had paid into my pension. So that's the thing. Pay into your work's private pension or whatever. I mean, there wasn't a lot of work's private pension back in the day, but I could have opened up a thingy one. But
take financial advice, obviously, before you make any financial decisions.
Of course.
But we're not qualified.
No, we're not. We're not. But I think the advice anyway, if you watch the TV and stuff like that, they would always say, you know, pay into your works pension and stuff like that. But Mark is correct. We're not financial advisors or anything of the sort. But it is something that I wish I had done when I was a lot younger, which was paying to a pension.
Well, Jenny said the dream. Jenny, what is the dream?
What is the dream?
Tell us the dream. And anybody, what is your dream? What is your goal to dream? So we would love our YouTube channel to do really, really well. That's it.
Yeah, that's the dream.
That's our dream.
Yeah.
But tell us your dream. I
think this sort of like feeds into maybe where we wanted to be creative.
Yes.
And this sort of option allows us to be creative in our personal time. We hope that you enjoy it. We know we enjoy it. The only thing that I don't enjoy so much is the editing side, but I do need to buy a new laptop in order to, because we're upgrading our equipment. So Mark is still using the old camera, so that's fine for his laptop and software. But you're finding that even lagging a bit now, aren't you? Didn't you say?
No. I was. It has corrupted the SD card a couple of times,
right?
Which is annoying because when I was editing, so we Honest Burgers, one of the things we did review,
right?
And it corrupted the file a little bit. So some of the footage I can't use. I think I've got enough actually to make it into a movie, but well, I say movie, a short film. I always call it a movie, but a short
a vlog.
But I don't know. It's just that thing. So
yeah.
So yeah, what is the dream? Karina said, yes, please learn about finances. I had to learn on my own. I am now on finance and grateful to be where I am now.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what, Karina? You're absolutely right. But of course, the trouble is, I mean, nowadays it's so much easier because you've got a wealth of information. YouTube is fantastic.
Yeah.
You can Google anything on YouTube. When we were young, I was making it sound really old, YouTube didn't exist. So unless you had someone who had this knowledge, you had to figure it out.
Yeah, yourself. Internet didn't exist. Google didn't exist. None of that existed.
Well,
None
did,
of that.
But it just wasn't prevalent.
Well, no, not when we were young.
It did exist, but it just wasn't prevalent. The internet came around in 1979. So now
I know of Commodore 64 around them times.
Here you go. Here's one for you. Who allegedly sent the world's first ever email?
Oh, I have no idea.
It's a very famous person, and they're British.
Richard Branson?
Passed away now, unfortunately, but
I don't know.
She was 90 odd when she passed away.
Oh, I don't know. Margaret Thatcher?
Head of state. Oh, come on.
What, the Queen?
The Queen. Allegedly, the Queen sent the world's first ever email. Allegedly.
I don't know why Mark just doesn't say.
Jenny said, my dream is to write for a living.
Oh.
Interesting. So, Jenny, now obviously with your acting background, would it be plays that you would want to write, or would it be books, film scripts, stories? What would it be?
Interesting. When we were at college, there was a writer in our class. No, he was a director.
He's director.
Director. Yeah.
Karina said, I had to read a book to learn about finances. I know. Having to read it is just unreal.
And even then, you can't ask questions or whatever. I'm like, I'll be lost. If I had to read about finance, I'll be lost.
I'll tell you something funny. So now you've got AI. I'll tell you something funny. So there's a person I know. She said to me the other day, she goes, I was feeling a bit blue. So I wrote into ChatGPT, what's wrong with me? I go, what are you doing? I said, what did it say? She said, don't be so hard on yourself. I just like I said, AI is good, but it's not going to be able to diagnose you. It searches the web for answers. Yeah, I know what you mean, Karina. Back in the day, like I said, you'd have to read through tons of books. No, not good. No good. No good. Now it all comes up in seconds of a search.
Yeah, like Computing for Dummies. Do you ever get those books? Something for Dummies, blah 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 for dummies. And it's just not something that I would have read.
Oh, that's interesting. So Sam said, I'd still like to do a live video, but how on earth do you add music to a live and only music? So when you say a live video, do you mean like we're doing now, a live chat, or did you want to beam something live, like you want to actually show like a gig or something?
You can, but you have to be careful of copyright.
Yeah.
So whenever we film, let's say, because we film the fireworks, sometimes we might do a live. That's copyrighted, so you can't then use the video later on and stuff like that. It will still be on there. It won't be considered a strike, let's say. But I don't know if you did it consistently, whether, but it would have, in order to be able to use the music, it would have to be something that's not copyrighted.
Yeah, that's always something we're conscious about. So whenever it's much easier if you film it and then put it up, because you'll probably notice with our videos as well, we tend to put music over the top of it, YouTube music, so it drowns out any background noise. This is always the annoying thing. If you go into a restaurant or stuff and they're playing music, that's going to give us a copyright strike.
Yeah.
So we have to play YouTube music over the top, so it kind of drains it out and then it won't breach the copyright.
Yeah. There's a couple of videos that popped up recently, and I can't remember where I had gotten the music from, because I don't think it was from YouTube. But it was stuff that was from years ago, when I did the cupcakes and stuff like that. And apparently the music that I used, and I only used music at the end. Clearly somebody's bought the rights to that music or whatever. So I then had to erase the music that I ended the video with and stuff like that. But you just have to be careful with regards to copyright and stuff like that.
I still want to write a children's book, said Sam. The first one would be called How to Catch a Cloud. Now, wasn't Cloud your horse when you were a kid? That was the name of my horse. So, yeah, I thought so.
Aww.
The main character is called Sammy Sunshine. Oh, that's lovely. That would do really well. Children's book has got a real wide market.
Yeah, because Madonna wrote a load of children.
Loads of actors.
Yeah, actors, singers, and all of that. Loads of them have written children's books, yeah.
Karina said, now there is too much information and some people giving the stupidest advice. Well, this is it. With the internet, that is the other thing. Any idiot can just film themselves like us and then just put it out there as well.
I don't know who he's calling. Yeah,
but you know what? As well, there's a word for it, and I forget what it's called, but where you deliberately give poor advice. Now, the classic happened when iPhone released one of their latest phones. What somebody did is they went on the internet. There was no jack attachment to it. So at the base, normally you have a jack to put your headphones. Now, it didn't exist because they changed to a C-type. But what somebody had done is they put on the internet, no, it's here, look. What you have to do is you have to put it in a vise, get a drill very gently, and the jack will appear. And of course, what they had done is they had shown it. And so I don't know how they managed to do it, but managed to make it look like the jack was there. He was doing it as a complete wind-up. But people did it. They got drills and started. Now, why on earth would Apple design something where you drill into the product? It's beyond me why people would fall for it. But so many people did. So you're absolutely right. You've got to be careful what some advice people give.
Yeah, and some people so you know, if you watch TikTok, and I watch a lot of TikTok, sometimes they do snippets of like a TV series, or they do a snippet of a movie or something like that. And it could be like a really funny, like Sleepless in Seattle. I've never watched Sleepless in Seattle, by the way, but it could be like a scene from Sleepless in Seattle. And somebody will put, oh, what movie is this? Because inevitably they never put the name of the movie. And then someone will say, oh, it's The Grudge. It's a really good movie, one you can watch with children. And you know, and it's like, why would you even put that? But they do this all the time. But sometimes when I go to the comments section, it can be really funny. Like one time I was, you know, I like to listen to the Reddit stories. So this Reddit story, I don't know, they speeded it up so much. And I was like, what is this? Then I went to the comment section and someone says, I feel like I had a stroke. When I read that, it was so funny. Oh my god, I feel like I'm just had a stroke. And like it sped up so fast. It was so stupid.
Well, I don't want to get starts to laugh because you can't get a word out.
I need to go to the comment section because I'm like, the thing is, like, sometimes I think, am I crazy, right? But sometimes the comment section is so hilarious. It's all you can do is go to the comment section.
People are witty with it.
Yeah, they're so funny. It's just so funny.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody got that, but basically what Kelly was saying is she was watching a
Reddit story.
And someone they sped it up so quickly. The comment section said, "Am I having a stroke?" Because it was just.
No, they said I felt like I've just had a.
Did you get that? I felt like I just had a
No,
stroke.
because I was listening to it.
Breathe.
This is just so stupid. And I had to go to the comment section and when I read that comment, it made me laugh so much. But some of the comments in the comment section is so funny. So funny.
Jennifer said, I'd like to write for TV.
Wow.
Do it. Do you know what, Jennifer? Just do it. Don't worry about anything else or what people will think or anything. Just write it. And then what you can do is perfect it. Get the structure first, how the plot's going to go, and then just write your characters.
There was something that me and Mark were talking about years ago, and I wish we had done it. And I would tell him of all the antics that were happening at reception. There was a girl that had just joined at the time, and he goes, "Oh my God, this just sounds like a great." And we were talking about it. It would have almost been a little bit like Phone Shop, or not so much Phone Shop, but maybe something a cross between Phone Shop and Extras, but on the reception. And when Mark was coming up with his ideas, I thought it was quite funny. But we never wrote or did anything.
So Kelly would have a friend at the time that were one of her old jobs where you come to reception, and those two would go, "Listen, did you always say this?" It was like, and I thought this would make a brilliant comedy sketch. So two women just moaning about everybody else, not actually doing any work. They spend the whole day at their desk just dissing everybody. The comedy would have to be, the jokes would have to be very good because you just set it in the reception.
Yeah, and it would only be like two of you, and then you'd probably have like other people coming in and out, but it would be almost like I was watching, what's her name, Catherine, is it Catherine Tate? Yeah, and she does a thing where it's two women and they're working together, and so it would have been something along those lines, I'm guessing, but we could have written something, but we never did. But yeah,
never know, we might still do. Sam said like a live of a Halloween themed table with a live burning. Oh, I see. So you could do that, Sam. You might be better off though. Does it have to be live? So if you were to film it, no one would know the difference between live and not live. And then you could put the music on the top of it. There's a huge market in that. So I'll give you an example. I listen to a lot of YouTube videos to help me sleep, like of waves, of white noise, basically. So I like waves or river flowing or the thunderstorms. And people film it for about 10 hours. So you can just have it continuously over that period. You'd find you get a lot of views for that. Karina said tic-tac.
Yeah.
Charlie, hello. Charlie, we were talking about you.
Hi, Charlie.
How you doing? Charlie, did you go to the Carvery in Bolton? It's a castle. I was talking about you earlier. I'm sure you did because Dwayne went and he said he went. So did you go to that? Karina said, share the joke, Kelly. Mark, she's not breathing. When Kelly laughs like this, you can't get the words out. There was a classic when we went to, not the last time we went to.
I sent someone about that work.
Twosome's Chocolate Emporium, but the one we went back to back in May.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not May, the previous year. So Kelly thought she'd gone into the women's toilets.
No, you see, so I needed to go to the toilet. Mark always tells it wrong. So I needed to go to the toilet. So I went to find the toilet.
I got one of these.
And then anyway,
I have one.
No. So I walked in and then I was just like, okay. And then there was a man there on his phone and I was just like, and I just did it and he didn't look up. And then finally looked up, I said, is this the women's? He went, no. And then I looked up and there was a urinal. I don't know why. But things like that make me laugh. And in that instant, I felt exactly like my mum. And so I was just like, and then I just left, and then I went in, and then I found the women's. And then when I came out, I said, Mark, and Mark goes, that guy was in there when I was in there as well, because Mark had been before me, and I was just like, oh, it was hilarious.
Such an infectious laugh had me laughing since St. God. Kelly does have a very infectious laugh because when she laughs so much, she can't get her words out. So she'll be there going, and I said, what? Like that. So she can't get a sentence out, and I'm sitting there because when I start to laugh, I said, "What happened?"
But we went to Amsterdam, right? And so we went to Amsterdam. Well, no, I won't tell that one.
Yeah, maybe not tell that
Yeah,
one.
no,
Where are we? Charlie said the Little Castle was a pub in Chesterfield for the steak pie. Oh, so it was the Chesterfield, right? I thought you went to the one in Bolton, Charlie. So maybe I got it wrong. Sorry, I was going to say that. I'm sure you went to a carvery that was a castle, so the one in Chesterfield. Because Dwayne said he went to the one in Bolton. Jenny said, thanks for the encouragement. The reception idea sounds funny. You two should write it. We may do one day.
One day, but I think when you have ideas that flow, you need to write it at that time. I don't think it
would have been. Sorry, I was going to say it would have been better at the time because obviously, because it was happening. Kelly would come back and tell me all these stories that were happening at the time, and I've forgotten them all now.
Yeah, and I think that's the crux of it, isn't it? When you have an idea at the time, that's when you build on it. So if you have a series in mind, if you have a skit in mind, even if you're not going to use it there and then, it's better to write while the ideas are fresh and all of that. And then later on, if you decide, this was hilarious. This is hilarious. And then you can look at it with fresh eyes later on. But at the time, you have to write it.
So, Jenny, did you have an idea? Obviously, you don't have to share it because you don't want to. You want to develop it. But do you have an idea of what you would like to write? Do you have like a sitcom situation, or do you have a plot line, or did you have at least some character ideas that you could develop?
Is it like a thriller? Is it a comedy?
So, if once you've got that, just start developing. You've got to remember, like when J.K. Rowling started Harry Potter, she'd only mapped out the ideas that she had, and like she just created this whole map of how all the characters would work. It was only later then she started writing it, but she kept a real sort of big map of how all the characters interlinked, how it would work.
Parts of it were dreams, parts of it where there was a church that she went to and she saw someone's name and she borrowed that name from there, and it was just little bits of things that came into her head, and that's when she was writing. But that's when she was dirt poor and she was in a cafe, and she would just have one cup of coffee and write for hours. Now you just take your laptop in, don't you?
Yeah.
And you just away. You can sit in a cafe and write your best novel or write your best TV.
Charlie said, give me ideas for the Little Castle in Bolton. So that's what Dwayne said. He'd gone there. He said it was really good. Have you been to that one, Charlie? If so, what was it like? If you haven't, how close is that to you? Would you be interested in going?
Filming it?
And filming it, yeah, for one of your videos.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see if you do that. Well, guys, we have gone past 8 o'clock. So I think we will leave the live there. But thank you so much for joining us. We did have fun. Kelly certainly did. She was laughing. So, like I said, thank you so much for joining us. It was really nice chatting to you too as well, as it always is. That's it for Mark and Kelly's Trips, Tips and Things for this week. But we will be back Tuesday, 6:30 UK time. As I mentioned earlier in the live today, we do have the Bustronome that's coming up on Sunday. Kelly and I are due to go out on Sunday, though, however. So if we're not back in time and we're not doing the live chat within there as well, that's the reason why. So apologies in advance if we don't get there in time. But we'd be really interested to see your guys' thoughts on the Bustronome and see what you think.
And also, if you have any questions in the week that you think of something and you want to ask us, just drop it in one of the under the lives. I'll see it, Mark will see it, or if you want to send us an email, you can, and I will respond on the live, or Mark will respond to you online. But if you want to ask us any questions, please do.
Feel free to do so. Like I say, thank you for the chat and laughter as well. We really did enjoy it, as we always do.
Yeah.
Like I say, have a wonderful weekend, guys, whatever you get up to. Do look after yourselves. Do take care, and remember, you'll never talk to have fun.
And if you want to catch up with our lives, don't forget we are on Tuesdays and Fridays, as you are with us now. And if you want to catch up on our holidays, don't forget to head over to MK Vacays. You can catch up on our holidays and stuff like that there. And if you haven't subscribed to both channels, please do.
Until then, guys, take care, and don't forget,
melt my cheese.
You know it. All right, guys, look after yourselves. We'll see you in the next video or live. Take care.
Bye for now.